Boys and Girls Hairstyles. Today I have Shara with me, and I wanted you to see her color and cut. Super fun. We like to do these chunks underneath of blonde, and then I'm going to do a 4 double N. The double N is for gray. We're just going to cover her gray. And the other thing that I was going to mention is on her ends, this is a permanent color, so I'm going to put a 10 volume on her ends. So the 20 volume, here I will show you. Okay, so I've mixed my 4N with 20 volume, okay? The 20 volume goes on the roots where the gray is coming out. So that's the 4 double N. And I'm just starting hers right here, and then I'm going to go over to the blonde. So you can see how I covered this. And then in a separate bowl, I have mixed the 4 double N with the 10 volume. And I'm putting the 10 volume on her ends because it's more conditioning. The 20 volume can be a little harsh on the ends. So I am putting the 10 volume on the ends. So remember, 20 volume at the root area because of the gray, and then 10 volume on the ends. Okay, so now I'm coming over here on her side, and you can choose where you want to, put the chunks of blonde or whatever color you choose. Okay, I'm just going to set that over there for a second. Okay, 20 volume with the 4N all on the root area here. This is a super fun one, and I can't wait to show you guys her finished fun. Okay, and then her 10 volume for the ends. Okay, now there's one little chunk right here underneath. You can see that. I'm just making sure my dark is out of that. Okay, so I'm going to hold this tight. I'm going to use the 20 volume around that so it gets the gray. And I'm going to stick that down. And I am doing Bleach with 40 volume. She has darker hair, and so I want it to process up to 4 levels lighter than her regular, her natural color. Okay, so the little chunk there. Now I'm coming up, and when you do the blonde or whatever color, make sure you use thin pieces. It'll make it a nice even color if you leave them thin. Okay, and you can see, let me turn you this way, see, it's that wide and very thin. Again, so you can get a really good color. And we've already, so if your hair is already all dark, you're going to want to pull the bleach out to the ends, obviously, so it can all be blonde. If you already have blonde, you don't want to pull it out through the ends. It obviously will fry it off. So just go up to where the root is. Okay, here. Okay, now this is the last foil that I'm going to do. Again, just go to the root right here, pull it out just a tiny bit to where that blonde already is. Don't go over it. Okay, so here I'm bringing the 20 volume. The 20 volume covers gray. I'm just going to get all this 20 volume, then just go back over it with the 10 volume on the ends. Okay. Now you can see here's the other chunk right here. So I'm just going to go to there. Okay, for now. And then the 10 volume, you come here and put it all over her ends. Again, it's the same level of color, which is a 4. It's just more conditioning for her ends where they're a little bit dry. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, well, I'll bring this way so you guys can see me. Sorry. Okay, so same thing. You can see. Okay, I'm going to put a foil here. Okay. And that's just so this blonde doesn't touch the dark. Okay, take the 20 volume. I'm just holding this blonde up so I can make sure I get all of this by the root. And Shara's so pretty, she's just going to make my color look awesome. So we will be good. Okay, so there's the 20 volume. Now I'm going to take half of this. Put the foil down. Bleach up to the root here. blonde to there. You can see how I just do it to the regrowth line there. Again, if it's just all dark and you want to go light, make sure you pull it through the ends, obviously. Okay, now through everything, I'm going to do the 20 volume first, and then I'll go back and do the ends after. So I'm just going to lift those foils up. Okay, and then I just take sections and cover the regrowth. Okay, so I am going to do this both sides, okay? So I'm coming over here to do it, and then same with the back, just so you guys don't have to watch me sit and color. After I go through and just slice it like, you know, just doing sections, let me just show you this. See, all this is going to be dark, okay? So I'm just taking sections, I'm going to do the 20 volume, and then after I get it all placed with the 20 volume, I'm coming back through with the 10 volume and going on her ends. Okay, see that? And I'm just going to do that all over her head. So 20 volume through the root, pull the 10 volume throughout the end. And then we will show you the result and let us know if you have any questions. And thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Donna from Boys and Girls Hairstyles. So I have Shara, and I showed you the video of her color. Now I want to show you the cut, and then you'll see the color when we're done, how it turns out. Okay, so for the back of her hair, it's grown some. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up right here. And I'm just going to cut that straight across. Okay, now I'm just going to pull down her sides. She likes her sides longer, but we're taking it up just a little bit. Okay, then this side. Okay, and then obviously you're going to check both sides. Make sure they're the same length. I'm going to take a tiny bit more off of this side. Okay, now with Shara's hair, she likes it short on the top. So this is long for her. So what we're going to do is take about this much off. I'm going to point cut into this. So, you know, just about 1.5 inches lengthwise, maybe that's about 2 inches for the length. Okay, now I'm coming straight out here, a 90 degree. On this bottom, I am going to, I'm not going to pull it straight out. I'm going to angle it a tiny bit. It's like a 45 right there into the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to come right here, come to this guide point, cut into that. So straight out here, and the closer you get to the bottom, just angle that in. Okay, come down this side. Okay, now from the middle of her ear, I'm just going to comb that out of the way. Just comb it forward. Okay, hold this straight out. Okay, now we're wanting this to blend with her sides, okay? Or her front and the sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to angle from this point out to this point and take this corner off. So that way it's not like short behind her ear, but yet it blends with that, the shortness coming into the side. Okay, so there's that. Okay, now I'm going to come on this side. Take this short. Again, angle this in. And right through here, same thing. Okay, so this side, again, let's angle this up. So you're going to take here to this point up here. Take that corner off so that blends well. Okay, she's going to dry, when we dry it, she's going to wear this kind of up and messy. So you can double check your work by going up the middle. You know, see if that's even that way. Come over here on the sides. Okay, so that's even, then we'll check this side. Okay, so that should be good. Okay, now we're going to come to the front. We're going to dry her hair this way. This is the way she dries it. So let me show you. I'm going to take this. She likes all of this, you know, to come long, but obviously you're not going to have this short, and then super long. You've got to blend it. So again, angle from the short point to the longest point here. Just point cutting into that. Okay. Make sure you hold this side up. Okay, now for her sides, I'm going to take this straight out, and I don't want her to have all the bulk by her ear. Yes, she likes this long, but this last time she was feeling a little bulky, so I'm going to take a little bit more off of here. So what you're going to want to do is just take this section by her ear, hold it out, take this little corner, 90 degree. See, take a little bit more of that length, and see that? You're going to want to connect that. So that's going to take some of your bulk out through the side here, but you're not taking the length off. Okay, now on this side, I'm going to take my razor, and since we're drying it forward, I'm going to pull this forward, and I'm going to take my razor up through here and just start shaving kind of this way, kind of light pressure, just to give it a fun wispy look. Okay, now with my shears, I'm going to come back to the other side. Again, hold this out from the ear. And take some of this bulk out. So this is your long part right here. It's going to fall on that long part. Okay, now I'm going to take the razor, you know, good? Look good? Okay. Okay, just come through these sides, make those a little wispy. Okay, now up through this top, I'm just going to do a little bit of razor up through here. Okay, now I'm going to take my texturizing shears. And the other thing I wanted to remind you guys about was my awesome shears from Saki Shears. It's S-A-K-I. Anyway, we love them. These are the texturizing shears from Saki, and we appreciate them, and they're awesome instruments. Okay, now I'm going to just comb out all that hair. I'm going to get her neck just with the buzzers a tiny bit back here. Okay, I'm going to use the Add Volume mousse to give it the volume. And then after I dry it, if we want to dry cut into it, if there's something that needs to be shorter, or you know, less hair in certain areas, then we can take it out after we've dried. So let's do that first. Let's get her dry, and then we'll see what we need to do. Okay, so the way to style this haircut, you're going to want to take and kind of dry up. So instead of drying down like, you know, usual, you're going to want to dry this up. flat iron while I'm drying. Sure you keep moving your fingers and the blow dryer back and forth. Now, I'm just going to take the flat iron, just kind of poke these up. Just straight up, I'm just grabbing it and pulling straight up. And just straight there. Okay, before I do this, I'm going to just drag this part a tiny bit more. Okay, now I'm taking the manipulator from Bedhead, using about that much. Then I'm just going to rub it in my fingers really good. And let me turn her around so you can see. I'm just going to grab at this. Okay, now 1 second. Let me get some more. Going to piece those bangs out. Didn't mean to get on your cheek.
You can do my makeup as well.
Perfect. Oh, that's what we need to do. Next time, do a video on her makeup. Perfect. Okay, so you can just sit and play with it. Okay, I'm going to turn her just for a second so I can see. Okay, so super fun. And then you can ask your client, you know, if they want it shorter anywhere else, go for it if they want it shorter. There is a cute, fun, super fun style. And I will just turn her around so you can see the back again. And her cute little face. Okay, so let us know if you like it and if there's any questions. And thank you so much for watching.